What is good, guys? Adam the 5th of York here. Welcome back to another video in this series in Adam's Road to Russia. In today's video, we will be discussing Group B. The teams in Group B are as follows: Spain, Portugal, Morocco, and Iran. This group obviously will stand out to a lot of people because the first match in this group will be between Spain and Portugal, which I'm very excited to see. These teams are neighbors, they're European powerhouses. Portugal won Euro 2016, Spain won the World Cup in 2010, and Euros 2008 and 2011. It's going to be a really good match, and most likely decide who tops the group. First, let's look at Portugal. Portugal finished top of their group. In their group, the second place team was Switzerland, who also qualified for the World Cup. Obviously, I'm very excited to see Cristiano Ronaldo play in another World Cup. He has won the FIFA Men's Player of the Year award for the past 2 years, and considering Ronaldo and Portugal won the European Championships in 2016, as I mentioned before, Ronaldo obviously will want to win another international title with Portugal to continue to gain points towards being the best player ever. Obviously, Messi and Argentina will be looking to do the same thing as well this upcoming summer. Also, the Portuguese national team is pretty familiar with playing in Russia, as they did so in the 2017 Confederations Cup, which they qualified for after Euro 2016. And in the Confederations Cup, they finished third, beating Mexico in the third place match. Next, let's move to Spain. Spain finished top of their group in qualifying ahead of Italy. I am really looking forward to seeing David Silva play another World Cup. He is one of my favorite players to watch in the Premier League. He's just so creative and magical. I mean, it's insane. So I'm very excited to watch him, and he actually was the joint leading scorer for Spain in qualifiers for the World Cup. He was tied with Isco, Alvaro Morata, and Diego Costa. Also, considering Spain's less than impressive World Cup in 2014, where they didn't even make it out of the group stage, Spain really had a bit of a chip on their shoulders, and they will be wanting to prove that they are one of the best teams in the world again this summer, and I think they will do pretty well. Next, let's look at Morocco, who finished top of their group in qualifying ahead of the Ivory Coast. Pretty impressive. Last time Morocco was in a World Cup was in 1998. The player that I'm most excited to see on this Moroccan team is Sofiane Boufal. Sofiane Boufal signed for Southampton in August 2016, and while he has been kind of hot and cold with the club, he is incredibly skilled on the ball, incredibly quick, and he scored some amazing goals for Southampton, and I hope he gets the call up for Morocco and performs well for them as well. Last, we have Iran, who, according to 538, is the team that I should be supporting this summer, but for those who watched my last video, you know that I will be supporting England and not Iran, as 538's quiz said I should. Iran will be hoping that Sardar Azmoun, once again apologies if my pronunciation is terrible, who scored 11 goals in qualifying to be performing well at the World Cup. He plays club football in Russia with Rubin Kazan. Iran also was the third team to qualify for this upcoming summer's World Cup, behind host nation Russia and Brazil. Once again, as I said before, the match I'm most looking forward to is the opening match in the Olympic Stadium in Sochi between Portugal and Spain. There's going to be a lot of eyes on that match, and I obviously will be watching as well. My prediction for this group is that Spain finishes on top and Portugal finishes second. Also, a quick hot take, I'm feeling that Morocco will actually draw Portugal, which will make the fight for second place an interesting one, but I believe on goal differential, Portugal will be through. So, as I did in the last video, let me pencil in B1 and B2 into my handy-dandy World Cup chart, or bracket rather, right? I showed you guys that in my last video, let me pencil that in now. If I am right, Uruguay will play Portugal in the round of 16, and Spain will play Egypt in the round of 16 on the other side of the bracket. I will be filling this bracket in as I make my predictions along the way, but that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider sharing it with a friend. As always, Please subscribe, stay in touch, and keep the passion alive. Welcome to my family, the Fifth Ultras.
Preditah.